Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to tonight's game here at Newburyport High School between the 9-3 Newburyport Clippers and the 7-5 Triton Vikings. My name's Jeff Foley, and I'm alongside Superintendent of Newburyport Schools, Sean Gallagher.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm
All
doing
right?
very well. Thank you for coming and joining me.
I can't wait. Have a great game tonight.
It should be fun. We've got a big crowd already, but there's always room for more. So you guys sitting on the couch, get your you-know-whats down here. Sean, we're going into the second half of the season, and a game like this for Triton at 7-5 can really propel them into some good basketball going forward. But likewise, if you lose a game like this, it can have a detrimental effect on you going forward. So that's why I kind of think tonight's game is going to be quite important.
Yeah, I would have to agree, and I'll tell you, kind of like halfway through the season right now, and Newburyport is on top of the Cape Ann League, and they're the team to beat. So no matter who they play, regardless of what the record is, you got to expect, and Coach Clay's going to be ready, that every opponent they're going to be facing from now on to the end of the season is going to give them 110%. And I'll tell you, the rivalry between Triton and Newburyport is a rich rivalry for many, many years.
Yep.
And it's almost like you can throw the records out because this game is going to be played with a lot of intensity. And I'll tell you, and this Triton team's going to come after Newburyport with everything they got.
Yeah, I think Triton's probably going to have their best game of the year going into tonight's game. This is one that they're going to need. This would get them to 8-6, I think. 8-5.
Yeah,
which
8-5.
So if they played 500 ball for the rest of the year, they'd make the tournament. So before we go any further, Sean, I'd like to recognize our sponsors. Giuseppe's Fine Italian Restaurant down on Low Street here in Newburyport. Thank you. And also the Newburyport Bank on State Street, sponsoring not only these basketball games, but also hockey games and bringing these great events into your living rooms.
Yeah, they do a lot for the community, and we're very thankful.
So we have some stats here. We'll see if we can't go forward here with, well, first I'll just say that the two previous games, the JV girls beat a scrappy Triton team, and also the varsity girls, Newburyport varsity girls, beat the Triton varsity. And so it's kind of a good start to tonight's varsity boys game.
Exactly. I think the girls, I'll tell you, if the boys can play as well as the girls just did a few minutes ago, they'll be in good shape. And I think the girls really set the tone for a great evening. They also had a great crowd. A lot of the fans have, watched the varsity girls, and now they get just to hang out in the gym and pick up the varsity boys game. So both programs are doing very well, and they're both well coached, and just really proud of our student athletes in everything they do, not only on the courts, but also being role models in the school and throughout the community.
Yes, be very proud of them. And you people within listening range here can come down and support these people. Still plenty of room here at Newburyport High School for tonight's game between the Newburyport Clippers at 9-3 and Triton. So we'll be getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups and our national anthem.
Right, and Coach Clay brought his the citywide travel team, 8th grade, to be part of the festivities. They were in the pregame. The 8th grade boys are partnering up with the varsity boys, and that's something that Coach Clay, I think, takes to the next level, really building a feeder program and really getting down to the level, the grade level student athletes, and this is just a nice way of really introducing the future Newburyport stars, and tell you,
building a good tradition.
Exactly, great teacher, great coach. You talk about role modeling, I don't think anyone gets better than Dave Clay.
Number 5, Michael Farragut.
As the Triton guys are being introduced.
Number 14, Quentin McKay.
You know, and the last game I got to do with you, Jeff, was the BC High game. And I was really impressed. I think Newburyport played extremely well for 3 quarters, and then just the depth of BC High just ended up, you know, kind of wearing down Newburyport, I think, in the 4th quarter. But I think Coach Clay's really built upon, you know, that BC High game, and they played a tough Beverly team. And
yeah, that's going to help going forward.
Exactly.
Yep.
Guard number 21, Trevor Ward.
You know, what's really cool here, Jeff, you got the 8th grade travel team out there.
Greeting the players,
yeah. I think
it's,
you know, because eventually these guys are going to be part of this tradition against Triton, you know?
Sure, yeah. Some of them might be playing next year as freshmen. Yeah.
You know, thank God we don't have the Tom Brady's of the world don't want to take those younger guys under their wing, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I noticed that Dave Clay does it all. He was out there, instead of having the water boy collect all the balls, he was out there getting himself. So he literally does everything for this team. So let's get the ball bouncing here, Sean. I'm kind of excited about this game, thinking that Triton's going to come in and play their best game of the year and give Newburyport all they can handle going forward tonight.
Right, and I think Coach Clay's obviously worked, you know, this week, and really I think mentally has prepared his basketball team for a real tough Triton team is going to come right at him. So it's always, you know, as a former coach, I think it's always important in the beginning to set the tone and real, you know, not let those nerves get to you and stay focused, and let's see what happens.
Yep. Okay, so number 5, Michael Farago is jumping against Parker. Triton controls the ball. 3-point shot, no good by Triton. Rebound goes back to Newburyport. Max Gagnon, number 12, running the offense. This is Jack Fellner, 0. Back to Parker. Parker drives to the hoop, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Farago.
Some good ball movement on that offensive set right there. Newburyport.
22 is Dylan Wilkinson for Triton. Go. 14 is McHale. This is number 1, TJ Overbaugh.
Jump ball there. Tell you, Jacob Robertson, we saw him play a few weeks ago and took on the big guy from BC High, and now you have Jacob playing on one of the big men again for Triton.
This is Jacobson, back into the corner. Parker for the 3, in and out. Rebound, Fellner. Back to Parker. Parker drives to the hoop, lays it up and in, and he gets fouled.
Yeah, and that's what you really want to see, you know, Parker just being aggressive, taking it to the hoop.
He's a threat outside, and he's obviously been working on his drive to the hoop, so you can't just sag off of him either. Foul shots missed. McHale with the rebound. This is Overbaugh. Intercepted by Fellner at midpoint. Goes to the hoop. Blocked by Quentin McHale. Quentin's very active, and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, I think Quentin got tripped up a little bit there. No call. Inadvertent trip.
Max Gagnon into Jacobson. Robinson, I'm sorry, goes to the hoop, and he gets fouled.
You got to credit the Clippers here, just being aggressive. That's 2 times they took it to the hoop and drew 2 fouls for Triton's big guys there. So
that can, that can have an effect later in the half. If they can get early 1-and-1s, take advantage of going to the line.
I'm not sure if number 5 has drawn 2 fouls. That's why they're pulling him out. I know it was
Michael Farago. Yeah, he's one of their leading players. Wilkinson will come in for him. There are 2 Wilkinsons on the team also for Triton. Okay, this is TJ Overbaugh. He handles the ball. Here's McHale. Into the corner. Bunny jump shot, no good. Rebound taken back down by Newburyport. Come over half court is Parker. Jacob Robinson up top. Max Gagnon's going to take control of the half court offense. Triton in a man-to-man. This is sophomore McHale covering Parker.
Right, Newburyport, they're playing man-to-man defensively. Newburyport spacing them out, having Triton chase all those guys around and trying to tire them out, I think, a little bit on D.
Here's Max Gagnon. Into Jacob Robinson. Here's Fellner with the three-point shot, and it's good.
Nice shot that time by Fellner, great look.
Newburyport's now up 6-zip. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first period. This is TJ Overbow. And Triton's going to take their first timeout of the game.
Right, I really like the aggressiveness for the Clippers here. You know, playing tough man-to-man press defense, and I think that's a well-called timeout by the Triton coach to kind of get his guys settled down.
Right, they can run some kind of a half-court play here to simmer them down. It's always that first basket's always the toughest. You got to get the monkey off your back. You got to try to get that first basket, and everything else will kind of flow after that.
Absolutely. They'll probably make a sub change and bring back number 5. Because as you were saying, one of Triton's better players. You want him in the game.
Michael Farago, yeah, he's a senior. They do play a lot of seniors. Number 1, Overbow's a senior. Mason Ferrick is a senior. Number 2 coming to take the ball out. 22 is Dylan Wilkinson. He is a sophomore. And number 3, Jesse Wilkinson, is a senior, and he has the ball now. Drives to the hoop, dishes it out, and we're going to have a travel.
A lot of communication there defensively for the Clippers.
Trevor Ward now in. Keep an eye on Trevor off the ball. He seems to be able to get into open space more often than the other players for Newburyport. Okay, so here's Triton, brings the ball over half court. It's a three-point shot by Wilkinson, no good. Trevor Ward with the rebound. Trevor's gonna bring it up over half court. Into the corner, here's Jacob Robinson.
Nice shot.
Yep, now Newburyport has a quick 9-zip lead.
Robinson with that quick release for the 3.
Overbow with the drive to the hoop and commits the offensive foul.
Tell you, what a great the student body out here.
Yeah.
Must be Hawaiian night or something. Great turnout.
Yeah. There's plenty of room for you people that are at home. All right, so we have, it looks like Triton has taken their second timeout with 4 minutes and 54 seconds left here in the first period. 9-0 Triton. 9-0 Newburyport. I'm sorry, Triton still trying to get the lid off the top of that basket.
Right, and you can see, like, it's first few minutes here, Jeff, is, I think offensively they're going to drive to the hoop and challenge some of those big guys and maybe get Triton in foul trouble. And defensively, really impressed with the man-to-man and the communication, because Triton's doing a nice job moving the ball around, running some picks.
They are.
But
yep.
I tell you, the Newburyport defense is there, and those guys are picking up those picks. Really haven't given maybe 1 or 2 shots that we've seen from Triton that was really a true open shot, but almost every shot has been contested by the Newburyport Clippers. So,
and that's good fundamental basketball being coached by Clay to draw the offensive fouls and get the turnovers. Okay, so here's Ward. Fellner brings it up, stops at half court, gives it to Jacob Robinson. Max Gagnon with the ball out top, sets up the half court offense. Triton now in a zone. 10 seconds left on the 30-second shot clock. into the corner. This is Jacob Robinson out to Parker. Parker with a three-pointer, and it's good.
A great shot. Tell you, I like the defensive change here. I really believe that Newburyport is so fast.
Yeah, they're setting up a half-court trap now. Okay, this is Wilkinson with the shot. That's Dylan Wilkinson, who's a sophomore for Triton. And it looks like they're getting a warning, perhaps, for...
I saw 11. I'm not sure if they had the wrong number. I'm not sure. Looked like they called a push on someone, Jeff. I'm not sure if who
underneath,
was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I missed it. I thought maybe that the ball was touched by Triton after the ball went through the hoop and got a warning. But we don't, it's not like the NBA here. They don't come over and tell us what's going on. So we're just going to have to assume. But Triton does take the ball out. Okay. Here's another three-point shot. This is Wilkinson heating up. It's now a 6-point game, where just about 30 seconds ago it was a 12-point game. Underneath to Ward. Ward gets open.
Clippers still playing that tough man-to-man here.
McHale. Back to Brandon Balesta. Balesta being harassed. Gets the ball underneath. This is Mason Ferrick. Over to Wilkinson. I'm sorry, that was Mason Ferrick with the basket. 14-8. 3.5 minutes left. Parker for the three, no good. Rebound gets back out to Parker, and he gets fouled. Headsy play right there by Max Gagnon, getting the rebound and getting it right back out to Parker. Triton making some switches. Number 5, Michael Farago back in. Number 1, TJ Overbaugh back in. Fellner to play the ball inbounds.
Triton playing that 2-3 zone.
Here's Jacob Robinson. Back to Fellner. Robinson for 3.
Tell you, Robinson's got such great touch on the ball.
Yeah.
Really impressed.
Layup by Triton, 17-10. In the corner, here's Parker, drives to the hoop, lays it up, no good. Rebound, it looks like it's Max Gagnon getting in there amongst the trees. Back to Jacob Robinson, and he hits another 3.
Oh, yeah,
20 to 10.
He's got that hot hand there, Jeff.
Yeah, you might as well keep shooting it. Farago underneath against Parker, lays it up, no good. Jacob Robinson with the rebound. Here's Max Gagnon, brings it over, drives to the hoop.
Tell you, Gagnon, nice job driving to the hoop, draws a foul.
And once again, he gets the ball to Trevor Ward underneath. Trevor's probably the shortest player out there, well, one of the shortest, but he enjoys and plays well underneath the basket. Newburyport puts it in. Here's Jacob Robinson for another 3. No good. Fellner with the rebound. Fellner back out to Parker. Parker with the 3. No good. Trevor Ward up with the rebound. Gets a new 30-second clock. Here's Fellner. Love how they're shooting threes. Just love it. You get the open shot, you take it.
That's right. Great ball movement. Great offensive set there once again by the Clippers.
Here's Overbaugh. Layup, no good. Trevor Ward with the rebound. Over to Fellner. Fellner drives the hole, no good. Rebound. Brandon Balesta. Mason Ferrick with the lay-in. 23-12, a minute 20 left here in the first period. Fellner in the corner, no good. Rebound by Triton. Here's Jesse Wilkins, no good. Rebound by Trevor Ward. Trevor brings it up himself. He's gonna stop, slow down. Give it back to Max Gagnon, set up the offense.
I was going to say the same thing. They're going back and forth. Great intensity here on both sides.
This has been fun, yes. Here's Trevor, drives to the hole. Oh, tough call right there on Brandon Belezza. Looked like he might have had all ball. Trevor Ward going to go to the hole. Nice combination of three-point shots and driving to the hole. Triton's going to have a hard time defending this offense because you don't know what they're going to do. They're going to drive or they're going to shoot the three. Trevor Ward with the first shot. It's good.
Tell you, I think if you're looking at the man-to-man versus zone, I think Triton has perform better defensively in the zone, Jeff, because it's hard for them, I think, to man up with the speed of the Clippers.
Okay, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to sit in that zone and try to deny the three-point.
Right, yeah, and you generally commit less fouls if you're in a zone. But also if you're playing man-to-man, they had a sophomore, Quentin McHale, covering Parker, one of the most established players in the league. Here's Newburyport with a loose ball. Max Gagnon will set up the offense out top. Let's see what they do here. Going to look for a three in the corner, no good. Now Parker's going to drive on Quentin McHale. Nice defense right there. That's the sophomore, Quentin McHale, building a nice reputation as a defensive force. Gets the jump ball against Parker.
Yeah, I just think he concentrated on that ball and kept his hand on it for enough time that the ref called the jump. So, nice defensive play.
Sure was. Looks like a foul here on Newburyport. 21.9 seconds left. 24-12, Newburyport. Fellner coming back in for Max Gagnon. Triton to put the ball in play. It's underneath, blocked by Parker.
A scrappy play there.
Nick White with the ball, number 10. Jacob Robinson to Parker. Parker drive. And he's going to get fouled and go to the line to shoot two. Foul looks like it's on Quentin McHale. Nope, it'll be on Dylan Wilkinson. 9 seconds left here in the first period. Very entertaining.
Probably drew, I would say, at least 4 fouls in that first quarter there.
And there are,
as you were saying, he's hard to defend because you go up on him for the three, and then he's going to drive into the hoop.
Go right by you.
Exactly.
And then if you you back off to prevent the drive to the hoop, he's going to step back and hit a three.
Yeah, he's a very great athlete, tough to defend.
Here's Triton with 3 seconds left. Over bow, off the corner, shot no good. 25 points is quite a lot for any high school basketball team in the quarter. One of the numbers up there that I'm looking at, Sean, is 7 fouls for Triton, which means that Newburyport will probably have plenty of free throws going forward and can either build a bigger lead or pull Triton back into this game, depending on whether they can make those foul shots.
I agree, and I think that, there's great intensity here on both sides, and I think Newburyport really took the advantage, really driving to the hoop, especially the first 4 or 5 minutes of the ball game, and drew, I think, 3 or 4 fouls. And it's almost like every time Parker's going to drive to the hoop, he's drawing a foul. As we were saying, he's such a good basketball player where he can shoot on the outside of the perimeter. He drives strong to the hoop, but he's probably the strongest kid on the court.
Yeah.
So it's not like to defend him is hard because you got to stay physical against him. But at the same time, when you stay physical against Parker, he's going to draw the foul, and he creates a lot of problems.
At halftime, we'll be looking forward to interviewing Triton athletic director, first-year athletic director, Tim Albert. So we're looking forward to that. All right, so here's Newburyport up 25-12. running their offense. Here's Fellner out to Jacob Robinson, and he makes another three. That's at least 3 threes for him.
Yeah, Jacob Robinson is really having a great half.
I remember Sean last year talking. He doesn't force any shot. I've never seen him take a bad shot. Every shot he takes is within the offense. Nice play by Triton here to get the easy layup.
That's a tough call there. I think they called a push.
Yeah, they did call a little push underneath.
That's exactly how you termed it, little push.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was enough to draw the foul, but it was called.
Mason Ferrick with the basket, and he's going to go to the foul line. Triton's going to have to make some hay with these free throws. No good. Here's the rebound by McHale. Parker throws the ball up court and doesn't connect.
Tell you, I think just the intensity of the Clippers, this is, so you're saying, the second broadcast game I've done, but I've seen them throughout the year, and just so impressed with their speed and agility and just quickness all around.
And you have to be able to go deep into your bench to be able to keep that effort up. And when they go to their second stringers, guys off the bench, they don't lose anything. Here's McHale. He's going to be a force. He's a force now. He's only a sophomore.
Tell you, anyone last name that's McHale's definitely has to be in the basketball team. You know what I mean?
Nick White's in. Ronan Brown comes in. Logan Schilling, I think, is in there. Nope. Number 3 is Ryan Archie, making his first appearance. Ball's on the ground, and it's going to be a jump ball. The ball goes over to Triton.
I think they're talking about it a little bit, but it is still Triton's ball.
Back to McHale. Nice funny jump shot. Newburyport pushes it up, and foul on McHale. They can't afford to lose him. And let's see. They'll put up on the scoreboard. That's only his first, so that's not bad.
Now, as you were saying, the 8 fouls as a team, so a lot of these will lead to the one-on-one. 2 shots.
This is Nick White. He misses the first. Second shot is up, and it's good. 29-16. Nick White putting the pressure. Trap at half court. McHale gets it over. This is Wilkinson up, no good. McHale with the rebound. His shot's no good. Parker pulls it down. Quickly up to Nick White. Ball gets loose, and Triton picks it up. Easy lay-in for Jesse Wilkinson. 29-18. Here's Parker, drives to the hole. McHale with the rebound. Here's Overbaugh, covered by Fellner. Back out front. Jesse Wilkinson with the drive. Sean, it seems like Triton's getting into a little bit of a rhythm here.
Exactly.
On their offense.
Swing.
Yeah. So that 12-0 start has pretty much vanished. They got to make these foul shots, though. Have to make them.
I wouldn't be surprised sooner or later if Coach Clay takes a timeout and regroups the guys.
Second shot is good. 10-point Newburyport lead. Little under 6 minutes left here in the first half. Here's Ryan Archie, drives to the hole, lays it up, no good. And there's that McHale guy again with the rebound. This is Jesse Wilkinson. Goes behind the back, drives to the hole, pretty play, no good. Farago with the rebound, and ball's on the floor. McHale, no good. McHale with his own rebound, and there's going to be a foul called on Triton, on Newburyport. Nice aggressive hustle right there for Triton.
I think the foul's on White. Being aggressive underneath. But I'll tell you, McHale, as you were saying, is key factor for Triton, but also a big body underneath.
Yes, yep. And he cuts the Newburyport lead to under 10. It's a 9-point game right now. Newburyport has now reached 7 fouls, so Triton will be shooting foul shots whenever there's fouls. There's two makes by McHale. Here's Parker. Parker drives to the hole, lays it up, no good. Triton defense is coming alive.
Coming alive ever since they switched to that zone there, Jeff.
Here's McHale back into the corner. Here's Jesse Wilkinson. Nice turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound. Mason Ferrick. And I think the beauty of sports, Sean, is that those Triton kids out there right now are playing their hearts out, and they know they can compete with this team.
Exactly, and that's what's great about high school sports. It's really momentum.
Sure,
back and
yeah.
forth.
Yep.
You know, Newburyport had the momentum. They were in total control of the game. A few good plays by Triton, and now the last 4 minutes, Triton's, took back the momentum, and they're chipping away at that big lead. They're only down by 8.
29-22, 5 minutes left here in the first half. Here's Overbow. Jacob Robinson, who has at least 3 3-point shots already. Here's Ryan Archie. Robinson with the drive. Trevor Ward with the rebound. Ball's taken away by Triton. This is Jesse Wilkinson going one-on-one. Trevor, someone's going to stop in and stop the ball. They do that nicely. Barrett with the 3-point shot, no good. Parker out front. He goes to the hole, and not a bad foul there by Triton.
No, I don't think so. Parker had the lane, and he's probably going to lay it up and in.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Strike foul to number 1, TJ Over.
Michael Farago going to be coming in for Triton. Very entertaining game so far, Sean.
It's exactly what we expected.
Yeah.
Triton being scrappy and battling their way back into this game, down by 7. They were down by double digits for a while.
Parker makes the first. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left here in the first half. 30-22. Farago comes in for McHale, and I think he's deserved a little rest over there right now.
Yeah, I tell you though, I think McHale's been your kind of like your ringleader out there.
Yeah, everything goes through him.
I'd probably have kept him in the rest of the half, but what do I know?
Newburyport with the drive, no good. Jacob Robinson with the rebound, can't put it up, fast break. This is Jesse Wilkinson, and he steps out of bounds. And some Newburyport players getting a little rambunctious down there.
I tell you, I think Coach Clay probably wants to try to take some advantage here with McHale out. McHale's been a force on defense underneath.
Yeah, look who's coming back in. Yeah. Here's Robertson. No good, follows his own ball and misses. Trevor Ward with the rebound, out to Parker, and that's 2.
Yeah, I'd make sure there's no foul, because that way McHale's on it.
Nice move there by Ferrick. Parker with the rebound, out to Trevor. Here's Overbow. Jacob Robinson drives, and that's going to be a foul. I think that's on Wilkinson. Nope, that's number 12. I haven't called him yet. Zach Liebert.
Strike foul number 12.
You know what's great about Robinson, too, is he's always focused. You know?
Yeah.
It's if there's things going on out there, it's high intensity. He just seems laser focused on what he has to do. He's
I remember
one of those athletes, you know?
Last year, I always was commenting, he lets the game come to him. He never gets out of control.
Right.
Takes what the other team gives him.
Exactly.
Yep, and he usually makes it. Second shot is up and good. 12-point. Newburyport lead. Overbauer with the 3. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up, and it's good.
Nice follow-up that time by Overbauer.
Fellner up to Parker. Parker's going to drive to the hoop. Once again, jump ball. That's twice, Sean, that McHale has tied up Parker and got a jump ball.
Yeah, I think McHale's up for the challenge, especially in the second quarter.
He sure is, yep. Here's Parker. Blocked by McHale. Farago. Here's Wilkinson. Throws the ball away. Here's Fellner, going to go one-on-one. And he lays it in. 36-24. Ball is thrown away. We're going to give it to Newburyport. Kind of an unforced error right there for Triton.
Tell you, that's just that defense and man-to-man and having guys flying around the court. That's exactly what Clipper needed the last couple minutes, and I think we kind of gained some momentum back as soon as McHale was out of the game.
Parker down low, gets it out to Ryan Archie. Shot is no good. McHale pulls down the rebound. Here's Overbauer. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Overbauer. TJ, nice pass underneath. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's still going to belong to Triton.
It's a good hustle in the D, though, for the Clippers.
Sure is. I've been impressed with Triton's half-court offense. They are finding the open guy underneath. Nice pick and roll right there. While we're on Triton, we might as well introduce the head coach. It's Ted Scherender. He's got Triton playing well. Here's Mason Herrick. Underneath. Zach Liebert with the basket. 36-26. Here's Parker driving on McHale. And McHale forces a travel, and I don't know, Sean, but maybe McHale's getting inside his head.
They're playing tough defense there, and so we've seen Parker throw it. He'll bounce back. He's used to that. Here we go.
Parker with the steal and the dunk. That'll get the fans all excited.
I think Parker said, "I've had enough of this."
Yeah, and McHale comes back and hits a 3. Here's Parker. Ryan Archie, and he goes down hard. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on Triton. And Ryan Archie's up, and his tailbone might be a little sore when he gets up in the morning.
Yeah, Archie, tough kid. He just jumps right back up like nothing happened, and I know he's really happy he drew the foul.
Yeah, that hurt too. 29, a minute 3 left in this exciting first half. Ryan Archie with the free throw is no good. Dylan Wilkinson comes in along with Farago. One of their stalwarts I see is Kyle O'Doy. He's over in sweats, and it doesn't look like he'll be playing. He's the quarterback on their football team and kind of has a nice reputation as being a good athlete. It looks like he's not in. I'll try to find out what's happening with him going forward.
Maybe ask Timmy Alberts at halftime.
Here's Newburyport. Ryan Archie with the shot. No good. Loose ball. Mason Farrett with the ball. Out top. 39-29. 30 seconds left. Jesse Wilkinson. Drive to the hoop. No good. Ryan Archie. No good. 16 seconds left. Triton will probably look to get the last shot off here. Cut the lead from 8, maybe down to 6 or 5. Here's Wilkinson with the shot. No good. 5 seconds left. Here's Jacob Robinson. He's going to pull up here. Nope. And that's going to do it. Very exciting first half here from Newburyport High School. 39-31. Newburyport with the lead. We'll have some entertainment, I believe. We usually have some youngsters that come in and entertain us. Behind the Newburyport bench, for those of you wondering, those are the 8th grade travel team. And it looks like they're going to be maybe going into the locker room and listening to the coach and finding out what it's like to be at the varsity level in the locker room.
Right, a little halftime speech to get a little taste of it. Tell you what a great half. You know, both teams back and forth. I think the second half and that second quarter especially, Triton kind of settled down and kind of did a great job chipping away at that big lead, you know.
They did a great job. Being down 12-0 can be very deflating in any sport. And you really have to challenge yourself and say, hey, listen, we got off to a bad start, but after they got their defense, I think their defense kind of got the offense going. They had a couple steals, some rebounds. Obviously, McHale had a very good half defensively and offensively, and they came through, and they're only down 8 after being down by 12 or even more.
Right, and I think, you know, they try to match man-to-man, I think, against the Clippers, and I think that first quarter, I think it was great coaching where the Triton coaching staff switched it up, kind of brought more of the big guys underneath and man that zone. And I think that was kind of the difference where they could kind of regroup. I think they weren't as tired going into that late in the second quarter. And really started, as we were saying, kind of took the momentum back from the Clippers. And now, you know, they're going in at an 8-point deficit, but it's almost like they're going in with a little momentum.
I think you're right there, Sean. Yeah. Something that I've realized is when you have a lot of substitutes like Newburyport does, it's hard to get into an offensive rhythm. But with the shooting of Jacob Robertson and the play of some of the other players, they were able to score enough points. 39 points is a lot. However, I think if they didn't have as many subs, they would have scored more. However, on the defensive end, they might have given up more points because they might have been, you know, sucking wind, not being able to give it all the effort that they need to. So we're here at the half. Newburyport 39, Triton 31. We're waiting for athletic director Tim Alberts.
Alberts.
And we'll see if he can have time. First year athletic director at Triton. And we're going to take a little break. First, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Giuseppe's on Low Street, fine Italian dining here in Newburyport, and also the Newburyport Bank on State Street. So for Sean Gallagher and Jeff Foley, we'll be taking a 2 or 3 minute break, and we'll be back. But for about a minute here, I want to talk with the new Triton Athletic Director. It's Tim
Alberts.
Tim Alberts. Tim, where do you come from?
I was the athletic director at Wilmington High School.
Wilmington, okay, and then you came to Triton. Quickly, what's your favorite part about being here at Triton?
You know, it's a great community, and we have a great neighbor next door in Newburyport. So,
sure, yeah.
Kyle Hudson and I get along really well, and I used to work for Superintendent Gallagher, so it's fun to see him supporting the team and doing the game tonight. So
great.
It's a great community.
Are there any negatives associated with coming to a new school that you might not be associated or familiar with?
No, that's a great question. No, everything is great. I really love it. You know, just trying to get to know everyone as best as I can, and supporting all the teams. And no, it's been great. I couldn't be happier.
Great. Well, thank you. And good luck the rest of the way going through. You've got a great hockey team over there.
Yeah, no, we have a good matchup coming up on Wednesday. So.
And who's that going to be against? Do you remember?
We're playing Newburyport again.
All right.
I think it's a week from Wednesday. So.
Okay, so who was Wilmington's main opponent?
Yep, Wilmington was in the Middlesex League.
And I can remember they used to be with the Cape Ann.
Right, they used to be in the Cape Ann League, and they switched to the Middlesex League, I think mainly for geographical reasons. It's a little closer.
Yep.
And the Thanksgiving Day rivalry was Tewksbury High School.
So. Tewksbury? Okay. Yep. Well, once again, thank you for coming by.
No, thank you. You guys do a great job, and thank you for supporting high school athletics.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Good night.
Good night. All right, so we're going to be starting the second half here. My name's Jeff Foley, and I'm alongside Superintendent of Schools, Sean Gallagher. And been quite enjoyable so far. We've been very impressed by the Triton defense, and their hustle and intensity has kept this game very close. So here we go.
How did Timmy Alberts do there, Jeff?
He passed the grade. Here's Overbaugh. Loose ball picked up by Parker. Got to get my papers here organized. And it looks like Newburyport is going to take a 10-point lead here early in the second half. Triton trapped in no man's land. Gets the ball off, three-point shot, no good. Trevor with the rebound. This is back to Max Gagnon. And Triton in a man-to-man defense. McHale is on Parker. Parker's up top. Over to the right, Jacob Robertson. Jacob tries driving, goes behind the back. And a jump ball. Once again, good defense right there.
Right, and that time they're on Robertson, they're really not allowing him to be free at the three-point line. That's why Jacob, I think, drove to the hoop there.
Jacob Robinson out top to Parker. Parker for a three, and it's good. This, going forward, Sean, there have been some close games with Newburyport, but they always seem to kind of come out in the second half and get a big lead and put the game out of reach by the fourth period. Parker with the steal. Here's Max over the left to Fellner, lays it up and goes in, but he's going to get called for a travel.
That's a tough call. That looked pretty close to me, but I'm not sure who called the timeout there. Timeout Triton. Interesting there, Jeff. They came out man-to-man right away again.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, Triton took advantage of that. And I mean, I'm sorry, the Clippers took advantage of that. Put up a couple quick baskets and another timeout. I think it's hard to run with this Newburyport team. you know, unless you all around, you know what I mean? If you're a quick defense, then you might be able to man up and go toe-to-toe in a man defense. But I really liked the second half when Triton went to the zone. They put all those big guys, and McHale, I thought, really could concentrate on trying to stop Parker, and he made some nice defensive plays. But I think if you're going to have McHale run around in man-to-man, you can kind of space them out and get those lanes there. So, you know, we'll see if Triton kind of settles down and goes back to that zone that they had success with.
Some quick stats from the first half. Jack Fellner had 8, Jacob Robertson had 15, and Parker had 11 for the majority of the scoring. Okay, here's Triton. They got McHale in the corner. TJ Overbrow gets trapped. Farago up and in. 44-33, 11-point Newburyport lead. Here's Max Gagnon. Jacob Robinson, that might have been a little forced.
I think they might have got a tip. Yeah,
that ball got tipped. Yeah, Farago over the back, lays it up and in. 44-35. Farago's got some good height. McHale's got some good height. Parker, Trevor Ward. Fellner underneath to Parker.
Yeah, and I think they're going to take advantage of that man-to-man defense and have McHale run around out there.
Triton drive to the hole. Jacob Robinson gets the charge. The entire bench, Newburyport bench, is up cheering. That's not easy to do, to stay underneath.
Exactly.
Well, you don't have any pads, no helmets, nothing.
That's right.
You're at the will of the guy that's coming at you, and you usually get a knee in the chin. So it's tough to take. Offensive charge. The shot goes up, no good. Rebound, Dylan Wilkinson. Michael Farago with the miss.
Tell you, Max Gagnon does a nice job handling that ball, bringing it up court every time.
Yeah, doesn't play in a hurry. Jacob Robinson with the miss. Ball goes out of bounds. Triton ball. Mason Ferrick. This is into Jesse Wilkins. Trap. His drive to the hoop, lays it in. That's Mason Ferrick.
That was a nice play that time by Triton.
Leads down to 9. Here's Parker driving, and ball gets stripped, and they're gonna call a foul. I'm guessing it's going to be on Dylan Wilkinson.
Triton foul number 14, Quentin McKay.
Nope, Quentin. And they get a shooting foul also. Usually at this level, those calls are on the floor. They don't get the shooting foul. Parker with the first one. Brings the lead back up to 10. That's kind of the apex of the lead that Triton's got to get over that, get it down to 6 or 4. But it seems to be right there at that 10-12 point differential.
I think Fellner ended up getting the foul there. The second
Brandon Baletza in for Triton. He's number 10. He's got the ball. Farago. Mason Ferrick. This is Wilkinson. McHale in the corner. Back out underneath. Farago had a much shorter Trevor Ward on him. Trevor reaches in and takes the ball away. Here's Parker.
Tell you, Robinson looking to get open here. But they're hanging on him out in the perimeter.
Here's Parker underneath, going on McHale. Gets it back out to Robinson. Here's Fellner. Nice drive, and he's going to get fouled and shoot 2. That's 3 team fouls now on Triton.
Ferrick that time, Mason Ferrick. Very honest person, raises his hand.
Yeah, you remember we used to have to do that years ago? You always had to raise your hand when you got a foul called. Yeah.
I don't know, I think I'd be like trying to hide and looking down at the floor. You know?
Zach Liebert in now for Triton. He's number 12. Brandon Belletza. This is Wilkinson bringing the ball over half court. Nice bounce pass. And Triton fans are applauding that play. Nice fast break. Fellner, Robertson.
Just cool, you know, cool as a cucumber out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice to watch.
Doesn't get too fired up, doesn't get too laid back, just consistent, you know?
Triton throws the ball away. 3 minutes, 4 seconds left in the third period. 51-39, 12-point lead. Newburyport still with just 1 team foul. Triton has 3. Here's Parker. Took the 3, got blocked, did not call the foul. Here's McHale with the 3.
I think McHale's the heart and soul of this Triton team.
Yeah, he's by far the MVP of this game. Here's Fellner with a 3 also of his own. That puts Newburyport back up by 12. Here's Jesse Wilkinson getting doubled. Parker setting a double. They don't get the ball. Here's McHale. Shot's no good. Farago over the back. No good. Gets his own rebound and puts it in.
Nice follow-up that time by Triton.
Well, less than 2. This must have been the fastest period I've ever experienced. Has there been any whistles?
No, they just let them play. That's why it's so exciting.
So very entertaining. Here's Fellner. No good. McHale with the rebound. This is Brandon Belletza. Ball gets tossed away. Aaron pass. Jacob Robinson, and this is going to be, I think, the 3rd foul on McHale. They got to be careful. They're going to need him down the stretch.
Right, and I'll tell you, you know, Robinson just drew him in, and he wasn't looking to score. He wanted to get him the foul.
Just get the foul. Good point right there, Sean.
Heads up play by Robinson.
Yeah. He gets the foul, and he'll probably get the 2 points also if he can make the next free throw. So wholesale substitutions now for Triton. TJ Overbaugh back in. Mason Ferrick in. Michael Farago's in, along with Jesse Wilkinson. Is Jesse Wilkinson. Ferrick. For 2. 9-point Newburyport lead with a minute left. Here's Parker. Looks to drive. He's on Farago this time, and he lays it up and in.
Nice job that time by Parker, something we're very familiar seeing.
Stolen away. Jacob Robinson is going to go to the line once again.
Triton foul number 3, Jesse Wilkins.
That's 3 fouls.
This time.
Yep, nope. Looks like it's his first. Team's 5th. 11-point Newburyport lead. Again, like to thank our sponsors, Giuseppe's Fine Italian Restaurant on Low Street, Newburyport. I'd like to also thank Newburyport Bank. And also like to thank our guest commentator.
Thank you.
Superintendent, Mr. Sean Gallagher.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean.
It's a lot of fun.
Second shot's in for Jacob Robertson. Nice hustle right there. Max Gagnon giving it all.
Yeah, and I just think Gagnon is just so consistent, you know, and he's not going to lead the team in scoring and all of that, but he handles the ball well. He knows how to dish the ball off.
Nice double team right there. Almost forced the turnover.
He's like the quarterback out there, really just consistent in getting the ball to where it needs to go. And I tell you, he plays hard too. Hard of a lion out there.
Dylan Wilkinson, Overbrow. Mason Ferret with the miss. Parker with the rebound. 17 seconds left in the third period. Newburyport now with a 13-point lead. They'll take the last shot here. Here's Nick White. Jacob Robinson with the miss. Parker with the rebound, throws it up and no good. Nice hustle, nice play right there by Parker.
Great look there towards the end.
All right, so very entertaining. Third period, been a great game. Triton gets it down to 10 or 8, and then all of a sudden Newburyport gets their defense going and gets an easy layup or a 3 and gets it back up to 13 or 14 points.
Tell you, I just think when Mikhail, I think is the heart and soul tonight of that Triton team. He's having a great game, and when he comes out of the game, I think that's when Newburyport starts to take advantage of his, without his presence out there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, because when he's in there, I know he probably has 3 fouls right now.
Yes,
it's almost like you got nothing to lose. It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Let him play aggressive and see what happens.
Yeah, because I don't think they do have a chance with him on the bench. And he is going to, I think, start the fourth period on the bench, maybe spend a minute or 2 over there.
Yeah, Coach probably concerned with the 3 fouls, but I'll tell you, I'm really impressed, and he's only a sophomore.
Correct, yeah.
You know, I heard in football he plays in the offensive line, and I'm like, that guy should be a tight end. He's like your Gronkowski right there.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. All right, so here we go. Fourth period. This is TJ Overbaugh, drives the hole, blocked by Parker. Ball goes out of bounds, going to stick with Triton.
Nice defense that time. Student body all fired up.
Uh-oh. Unforced error right there for Triton. Ball was never touched. Well, I guess it was.
I didn't see that.
No, I didn't either. Thought the ball was thrown out of bounds. All right, here we go. Here's TJ. The referee might say it's white ball. Well, at least one referee had his head on his shoulders.
That's what we were saying. Like, we didn't see a touch.
No. There's Max. Layup's no good. Rebound, Mikhail. Mikhail with a long outlet pass. Overbrow. Fouled by Nick White.
I think that's Charlie. I think it's Charlie Callahan is in there.
Callahan, yeah.
Callahan, yeah, number 11.
Yeah, this is his first appearance tonight. First shot's no good. 13-point Newburyport lead. Charlie is the quarterback for the Newburyport team, football team. Second shot is up and good. Fast break off the make. Ball goes out of bounds. Referee having a little chat with the student body underneath the basket. Ball goes inbound. Nice block by Farrago. Triton's going to make a run pretty soon. They're trailing now by 12. This is what they were doing in the first half to keep it close. They were driving to the hole. This time doesn't work. Here's Max Gagnon. Looks like Nick Price over to Parker. Nick White to Parker, and Parker gets fouled.
I think Parker got hit in the face. He wasn't too happy about that one. Keeping his composure. He gets it, though, you know.
Yeah. Gotta be physical. You're gonna get bumped and bruised. Jesse Wilkinson back in for Triton.
And just like you said, Jeff, Newburyport can't let Triton get any momentum. It's just like you kind of settle down and slow the game down a little bit, I would think, you know.
Triton breaks the half-court press. Three-point shot, no good. Farrago pushes off, but doesn't get called for it. Jacob Robinson comes down with the loose ball. Back to Max Gagnon. Coach Clay shouting out instructions. They might want to start taking some time off the clock. Passing the ball around the outside perimeter of the three-point shot area. Here's Parker. Parker looking to go one-on-one. Twist and turn, and looks like another jump ball.
Tell you, McHale's playing great defense.
He didn't come in here in awe of Parker. I think he stood right up to him. Hasn't scored as many points, but defensively has done a great job against Parker. Here's Newburyport running the offense on the outside. Parker says enough's enough.
Exactly.
Stay away from Quentin. Go out and shoot a three. Three-point shot, no good. Jacob Robinson with the rebound. Off to the right to Parker. Parker drives to the hoop, lays it up, no good. Farrago with the rebound. 13-point Newburyport lead. Jesse Wilkinson drives to the hoop and gets fouled.
Nice drive that time by Triton. I agree with you, though, Jeff. As you were saying, you know, every opportunity that Clippers, you still want to be aggressive, but like you say, bleed the clock a little bit. You get it down to 10 seconds, then make a shot.
Yeah, it all adds up, especially if Triton hasn't demonstrated that they can make any three-point shots. So it's not like they're going to come down in 2 or 3 possessions and get 9 points.
Exactly.
Second shot is up and no good. Here's McHale with the rebound. Up and in. Well, if you people here in Newburyport have not heard of Quentin McHale before, I think after tonight, you're going to know exactly who he is and what type of ball player he is. Here he is on Parker. Parker out top to Nick White, and Nick gets called for travel.
Right, as you were saying, you know, McHale's only a sophomore, so you're going to be seeing him for a couple more years, both on the football field and the basketball
Should
court.
be enjoyable. TJ Overbow to McHale. Nice bounce pass underneath. Farrago can't handle it. Coach telling him, Mikhail, that he's got to up fake first, get the defensive player off balance before he throws that bounce pass. Here's Fellner. Fellner drives to the hoop, lays it up, and it's no good. Get fouled. That will be number 7 on the Triton Vikings.
You got 2 shots here.
I didn't see Mikhail make that foul, but that's 4 on him. But as you were saying, Sean, you got to leave him in there. Can't take him out.
No, I think he's been a force for Triton. He's had himself a good game, and he's only a sophomore. He's going to gain a lot of confidence, I think, out of this game tonight. Because as we all know, Parker's one of the best players on the North Shore, and Mikhail's done a pretty good job defensively. Parker's tough to defend, though. He's still probably got 15 to 20 points.
Yeah. All right, so here's Triton. TJ Overbrow with the miss. Here's Nick White. Fast break. Bounce back past the Fellner. Up, no good. Loose ball picked up by Triton. Here's TJ Overbrow getting double teamed. He needs some help. And Trevor with the loose ball off to Jacob Robinson, I'm sorry. Shot's no good, and he gets fouled.
Tell you what, hustle, great hustle on both sides that time, and the Clippers come up. Trevor Ward just diving, reckless abandon out there, getting that ball, I
think when you play 10, 11, 12 guys, that's expected of you. If the ball's on the floor, you're on the floor also. $16-point lead. Now, 16, 17-point lead. Newburyport starting to run away with it, as usually happens here. 67-49, Andrew Cullen coming in now. One of the fan favorites here.
Tell you, Newburyport still just playing tough D, playing man-to-man. It's kind of their staple defense.
Wilkinson with the three-pointer, no good. Here's Mikhail. Back out top. Shots up and no good by Mason Ferrick.
You've been saying throughout the ball game, Jeff, the depth of Newburyport. They're playing 9 guys in and out.
It allows them to press and go all out. They don't have to worry about saving anything for the end of the game. Ferrick with the second shot is up and good. 51-67. Here's Jacob Robinson with the miss. Parker underneath. Gets the rebound. That's Nick White.
Nice job by Nick.
Oh, that's kind of a lazy foul that they're not going to call on Jacob Robinson. Jacob might be getting a little tired. Reached in there. I don't think the coach is happy with that reach in. Now they're going to go back and switch. Here's Nick White covering the ball out of bounds. Comes into Mason Ferrick. Shot's no good. Ball's on the floor. Gets his own rebound. Lays it up. No good. Foul coming on Newburyport.
Clippers still playing tough D. I think it was Fellner.
Fellner with the foul right there, yeah. It's his third. Coach Clay still concerned about the game. Not put away just yet. He comes in with Parker and Max Gagnon to control the offense. Next shot up is good. There's a fast break off of a made field goal. Foul shot. Fellner. That's Ronan Brown.
Ronan Brown,
Fellner with the interception. Max Gagnon's going to get the foul.
He feels great. Gagnon's surrounded by a bunch of Triton guys and just said, all right, I'm just going to jump up.
Yeah.
Smash my head against you. And
don't want to get a turnover, so I'm going to put it up and get fouled.
That's it.
Yeah, smart play. First shot is no good. Gagnon with the second shot. It looks good, and it is good. It looks like some of the Triton faithful are going to head home and see what's on the TV. Loose ball at half court, taken away. Jacob Robinson cannot get the shot, and Triton gets the rebound and gets the foul. Max Gagnon with the foul.
Tell you, Robinson just, always trying to draw the contact when he's underneath. I think he's got a knack for that. And that time he didn't get the foul. It did look like he was fouled.
Yeah.
But just a heads up play by Robinson.
Timeout Triton. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game. 72-53, 19-point lead. Got to give Triton some credit. They were a very scrappy team, and they kept this close through most of the game.
Right, they were coming in at 7-5, but the last 4 or 5 games they've been winning, so they had a little winning streak coming in here and wanted to take on the Clippers, undefeated, ranked number 1 in the conference.
Yeah.
And, the Triton throughout the game, really brought it down to 7 points.
I haven't. And I think this win gets them to 10, which I think qualifies Newburyport for the state tournament. So that was probably one of their main goals going into the season, is to win the conference and the division and make the state tournament. Here's Gagnon up top, looking for someone. He's going to go back down to Parker. Parker back out. Parker now has the ball taken away. Three-point shot is good. That's TJ Overbaugh. Right, Newburyport looking to run some clock. Here's Gagnon, and he's fouled.
Right, foul number 22, Dylan Wilkinson.
Goes to the line on that foul.
First one's up and good. Second shot is up and good also. 74-56, 18-point lead. Here's TJ Overbaugh back of the Back pass. Having a hard time getting that out. Behind the back pass. Goes out of bounds off of Newburyport.
Some more subs coming in over there.
All right.
Justin Parker, Robinson. Who else coming out? Nick White.
Logan Schilling is out there. Peter Finn Sullivan is number 5, and he gets the rebound. So he makes a impression as soon as he comes in. Minute and 50 left here in the game. Finn Sullivan with the errant pass. 3-point shot, no good. Farrago with the rebound. He gets tied up by Max Gagnon. The ball's going to go to Triton.
Triton taking some of their starters out. McHale's coming out. Had himself a great game.
He really did. Very impressive game.
Mason Ferrick's out.
Newburyport with the loose ball. This is Ronan Brown. Max Gagnon. Little shimmy and shake. Ball into the corner. That's a 3-pointer by Logan Schilling. Griffin Dupuis. Brendan Dennis with the lay-in.
Timeout Newburyport. Coach Clay's probably going to try to get some more of the guys in there.
So you can all stay with us for a minute or two after the game. My partner, Sean Gallagher, and I will give a quick recap. We don't have all the stats, but I think you can all have been watching, get an idea of who did most of the scoring. Jacob Robinson had a big game. Parker obviously had a good game. This is Peter Finn Sullivan for a 3. The post-game recap will be brought to you by Giuseppe's. Zach Liebert with the attempt. He had a nice little jump shot right there. It was very smooth, no wasted motions. Ronan Brown with the lay-in. All right, that's gonna end this one. Very exciting game, going up to the 4th period, but what has happened in the past is Newburyport tends to get their bearings and pull away from most of the teams that they've played here at home so far. Sean, what are you going to take away from watching this game?
I just think Newburyport is just so fast, and they, really play an aggressive defense in that man-to-man and utilizing the bench. I think if you're coming in and you have to play Newburyport, you feel you're going to match up to them man-to-man, I think that's a disadvantage for any opponent.
Yes,
one thing that we saw that I think Triton did a few times when they were sitting in that 2-3 zone and not having their guys going out and chasing, they settled down a little bit, and I think McHale looked really good in the paint, especially in the underneath.
Yeah, and Newburyport with Parker shooting the 3, and with Jacob Robinson with his shooting ability. If the opponents tend to play a zone defense and kind of sag back into the middle, then they're vulnerable to the 3-point shots. But then if they come out and they play man-to-man, especially against someone like Parker, Parker has the ability to up fake and go around and not only make the basket, but get fouled. So they're kind of in a catch-22 situation on how to guard this and play defense against this Newburyport team.
I agree 100%. I think I think the team strengths are so versatile that Coach Clay can do a bunch of, he has a lot of options defensively and offensively, because not only are they fast, but as you said, you got Parker, probably one of the most physical guys, and I think the other player that I'm really impressed with is Robinson.
Yes.
Not because it's just his shooting,
right,
but he can cover underneath too. So
yes,
he might not have the big physical stature, but the way he plays defense, he can box out. He really creates havoc underneath too. So.
Yeah, he's a nightmare to try to guard because he's Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside.
Exactly, and he's smart. Like you watch him, and if he's going to take a layup and he can get the two, he's absolutely going to lay it up and in. But if he's got traffic, he's going to draw the foul. He's not looking to necessarily score all the time. And I think, that's why Newburyport's #1 in the league right now. They're 10-0 in the league because they're very talented. And I also think Coach Clay does a great job utilizing his team's strengths. And I think he can compensate for the weaknesses that he may have. Maybe they're undersized a little bit. But that man-to-man tenacity they play.
Sure, their defense, it does create problems. All right, so once again, the final from Newburyport High School is Newburyport 82 and Triton 58. I think the game was a little more closer than what the score was. Thank you to Giuseppe's Fine Italian Restaurant, and also would like to once again thank Superintendent of Schools Sean Gallagher.
Thank you.
And I hope you come back and we can do this again.
I love it.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone.